When I first came here in 1993, the students were all just talked about the ghost here so matter-of-factly, and always called her Emma, assuming that it was Emma Miller, Emma Guffey Miller, who's the one who funded, basically paid for this auditorium, so it's named Miller Auditorium. And they took it so for granted that I remember sitting in this very room late one night, the first show I was directing, and it was probably, sometime after midnight, and something crashes out there in the scene shop, and I jumped and wanted to go out and look, and the kids just sort of said, we don't even bother looking anymore, we just, they were so blasé about it because so many things had happened to them. I have had original. That was probably my first experience with it. I'd say maybe a few months after that, I had another experience in this room, sort of revolving around this room back here, which is now used to store lighting equipment. At the time, it was actually a faculty office, and the woman kept a padlock on the door the same way it's on here now. And she had gone home for the day. It was all locked up, and a couple students were sitting in here. And just before I got into the room, this happened apparently. They were sitting here when suddenly something crashed in that office. They jumped, and then almost simultaneously the phone rang. Right? There was a phone over there that rang, and they ran over to pick it up. Just rang once, and it was just dial tone. And so guy hangs up, and they're freaked out about this. As I enter the room, they start telling me the story. Oh, you wouldn't believe what happened. Something crashed, the phone rang, and as he's telling me the story, crash! A super loud crash from in there. I jump too. The phone rings again. Ring! Just once. And we fall all over ourselves getting to the phone, pick it up, and just a dial tone. And so same thing happened twice in a row. And the next morning when the faculty member came in, the first thing that had fallen had been a cup full of pencils that was on her desk. The next thing was a big, heavy set model of a theater set that she insisted was shoved way back on a shelf, not even near the end of the shelf, and somehow had come all the way forward and dumped right onto the ground.
We found there's a list of hauntings for all of Pennsylvania on a site called shadowlands.net, and Slippery Rock was listed, so we decided to give them a call and check it out, see if the stories are real or not. Well, right now my crew is setting up infrared cameras, which will record all night onto our computer system. Infrared cameras can pick up a lot more than the human eye can see. The infrared lighting will actually bounce off even the slightest dust particle, and it'll pick it up on the camera film and record. Then we're going to be doing EVP sessions, which is electronic voice phenomenon, which we're going to be trying to actually have the spirits communicate with us and record it on tape. And then we'll be using digital photography, 35mm photography, to actually try to catch pictures of them, either orbs, primordial mists, or apparitions.
We've never been in a situation where we felt like we had to get rid of whatever's here. It's a little scary sometimes if you're here alone late at night. It can be a creepy place to be. But I'll tell you, in general, I've got a theory that whatever's here likes good theater. And we do some kind of difficult, edgy stuff here, and I think we do it well. And I sometimes have this crazy theory that we're getting help, we're getting inspiration, we're getting moral support from whatever's here.